So when I go on these press trips, usually the night before, the manufacturers throw a little shindig. And of course, that is the new Mustang. And Ford did throw a very nice shindig indeed, but they also do a presentation. And if you guys are big Mustang fans, I think you're gonna like this next part, because coming up next on the Fast Lane car, everything you ever wanted to know about the new Mustang from the car's chief engineer.
Now, when we started the project, the team, I know I speak for the whole team when I tell you that we were fully committed to building the best Mustang that we've ever built. And that's going to be the theme of what I talk about tonight, because I truly believe that we have actually achieved that. Now, you guys are going to go tomorrow and you're going to drive, and we want to get your feedback. But I'm fairly certain that you're going to come back with the same conclusion. Now, the fastback will be in showrooms soon, and then the convertible is going to be in showrooms in the fall. Let's take a look at the design of the 2015. We spent a lot of time on proportions, and you'll see that as you look at the cars. Proportions were a big deal, and the result is a vehicle that is lower, wider, has a more athletic stance, and it's also more aggressive, and it has a ground-hugging appearance. When you look at the side profile of the car, you see that the hood is longer and muscular, and then you have that fastback design that basically results in a more aerodynamic and sleek look. This design is absolutely uncluttered and very purposeful. Now, take a look at the back of the vehicle, or the front of the vehicle. Sorry, you've got that blunt nose that you expect to see on a Mustang, and then that signature shark-like grille. We also have standard HID headlamps with LED signature lighting, and you can see the signature lighting behind me here to give it a very distinctive look, both in the daytime and at night. Now we take a look at the rear of the vehicle. You have the signature tri-bar tail lamps, but done in a very modern way. They're three-dimensional, 100% LED, and they do feature the sequential turns. Now, another really cool feature, some of you may have heard about it, some might not. We have pony projection lamps, and what that means is that as you approach the car, we're going to project a crystal clear image of the horse on the ground as it welcomes you into the vehicle. Now, the interior. This interior is absolutely stunning. It is the best interior we've ever had in the Mustang. Now, even though it's all new, some of the things should look familiar to you, like the dual brow on the instrument panel. That's been a signature of Mustangs throughout the years. And the large round analog gauges. Now, the design was aircraft inspired. And you can see there's a lot of rotary knobs, toggle switches, both which are strategically placed close to the driver for quick and precise control of the car. Now, Team Mustang pays a lot of attention to detail. There was no stone left unturned, I can tell you that. And the result is just fit and finish that's absolutely precise. World-class craftsmanship, genuine materials, and the use of premium aluminum trim accents. If it looks aluminum, it is aluminum. Now, when you guys are driving tomorrow, I really want you to take time to experience a lot of the improvements that we made as we listen to our customers, which we do a lot. We know our customers better than anybody. And I want to just take you through a few of them so that you know what you're looking for. The first thing you're going to notice when you sit in the car is that you have more knee room. It's considerable. Why is that? We reduced the size of the instrument panel by 30%. And we did that with an industry-first passenger knee airbag that actually is located in the glove box door. Steering wheel is smaller and more sporty. We've also added tilt and telescope adjustability. The other thing that's going to be really cool for those of you that are going to drive manuals tomorrow, you'll notice that the shifter has been moved closer to the driver and the cup holder's further away. It gives you a clean shift path even when you're using those cup holders. The other thing, we listen to our customers on, and those of you who have driven Mustangs and know them well, if you access the rear seat, today's car, the seat does not go back to your driving position. You have to sit there and try to get it back to where you had it. Standard memory recline in 2015. It will absolutely go back to where you had it. We also have memory seats available, 3 settings, and the switches, you'll see them as you drive the vehicles located in the door. The glove box is lockable. We put a light in it. And those of you who know Mustang, the glove box is usually used up with the owner's manual. Not anymore. There's a hidden bin, takes the owner's manual and tucks it right up in the IP. So leaves your glove box very useful for you. There's storage at the base of the center stack. You can put your phone and whatnot down there. Standard USB port, charges twice as fast as a normal port, which should please most of our customers. And then you have a power point there as well. We put a sunglass holder in the car. Believe it or not, Mustang never had a place to store sunglasses. Seems kind of silly. But located to the left of the steering wheel, there's a sunglass bin. It's flocked, and it's really cool. Standard on both fastback and convertible. And then the door trim mat pocket storage has also been significantly improved. And you can even put a 20-ounce bottle in your mat pocket. Now the trunk. The trunk is larger and more usable than the outgoing product. We actually improved the lift over so it's easier to put things in. And then in the fastback, you can lower the seats for the pass-through, and that pass-through has been increased in height as well. Now if you opt to take our 12-speaker Shaker Pro premium audio system, it has a subwoofer in the trunk. And for those of you who know today's Mustang, that means you don't put golf bags in there. But we optimized the package. You can now put 2 golf bags in the trunk without lowering the seats. Now the heart and soul of any Mustang is its powertrain. Jim mentioned we have 3 powertrains, or 3 engines I should say, all of which are producing 300 or more horsepower. The 3.7 liter V6, it's been a great engine for us, customers love it, delivering 300 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds of torque. This is a great engine giving the most accessible Mustang the performance that all of you and our customers expect. The real game changer is the 2.3 liter EcoBoost. This engine was specifically designed for the Mustang, puts out 310 horsepower, 320 foot-pounds of torque, and as Jim said, a staggering 32 miles per gallon. Now the 2015 Mustang is the first rear-wheel drive application of this engine. This engine is a high-tech engine that delivers truly the and solution. Power, performance, and fuel. But yet, like any Mustang, it's extremely fun to drive, and I can't wait till you guys get out tomorrow in the mountains. It's going to put a smile on your face. The torque curve on this engine is broad and flat. It gives the car great response, whether you're accelerating from a stop or whether you're punching it to pass somebody on the highway. Obviously, the legendary 5.0 V8, now producing 435 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque, propels you to a speed of 155 miles an hour. It is the most powerful GT in our history. Transmissions. Our customers can choose 2 transmissions, a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed smooth shifting automatic with standard paddle shifters. And we rev match them the downshifts with the paddle shifters. The clutch on the manual shifter has been redesigned to deliver smooth and precise operation, and that should jump out at you tomorrow when you're driving. And then the 6-speed automatic has been enhanced to handle more torque and higher speeds. Now, ride and handling is obviously the big story on any Mustang, and specifically for the 2015. You guys, if you've driven the Boss 302, you know that we took the solid rear axle and we pushed it as far as I think anybody thought we could do, maybe even beyond what they thought we could do. But the goal of this team was to deliver a product that actually was better than the Boss 302. It wasn't good enough to be as good. It had to be better. The independent rear suspension that we put in has absolutely allowed us to do that. It's magnificent, it's world class, and when you guys drive it tomorrow, I know that you're going to be shocked at the dynamics of the car. Now we have a significantly stiffer body structure, and in fact the fastback has 28% more torsional stiffness than the outgoing car. And that allows us to truly tune the suspension to achieve world-class driving dynamics, balancing both the dynamics and ride quality. Now, when we put the independent rear in, it became very apparent to us really quick that the front suspension that we did not intend to change had to undergo an entire redesign. So we have a double ball joint front suspension, and we also put a full subframe up there, improving the overall stiffness and steering precision. That double ball joint geometry allowed us to package larger, more powerful brakes across the entire Mustang line, with the largest braking system being on the V8 Performance Pack, a 6-piston Brembo with 15-inch rotors. This is truly the best stopping Mustang we have ever done. And I'm sure you guys are going to be able to figure that out tomorrow too. Now when you drive the cars, you're going to notice that the new suspension geometry has been tuned to provide twice as much anti-squat and anti-lift, keeping the car much flatter in both braking and acceleration. And believe me, it's staggering, especially when you go back to back with today's vehicle. Now we also have performance packages that we offer on both the EcoBoost and the GT. And the performance packages adds, stiffer suspension tuning, larger brakes, more aggressive axle ratios, and other enhancements to truly deliver the performance that you're going to expect out of the vehicle. And you're going to really appreciate how light and nimble and responsive this package is. Now for safety, safety is obviously extremely important. I mentioned that innovative glove box earlier, and the airbag that's there. We actually doubled the number of airbags in 2015, with a total of 8 airbags in this vehicle, including side curtains on the fastback, which is a first for Mustang. I can stand before you today and tell you that we've also built the safest Mustang we've ever built. Now, it's also the most technologically advanced car that we've ever done with Mustang, with standard things like intelligent access with push-button start. That means whether you're getting the $24,000 Mustang or whether you're getting the top of the line, there are no keys anymore. It has a standard rear view camera, individual tire pressure monitoring system, so that with the push of a button you can check your pressure at all 4 corners. It's a Ford first, and it debuts on the Mustang. Track apps, and hopefully you guys are familiar with track apps. And then the tech story does not stop here, guys. This year we have a new feature called selectable driving modes. As you get in the car, you're going to notice that your whole driving experience starts with the push of the start button, and then you have a series of toggles next to that. You can change your electronic stability control, your steering efforts, or the mode that you like to drive in. In the mode, you can switch from normal, track, sport, and wet and snow. And we change a lot of the parameters when you do that to optimize your driving experience. So we'll change the steering, the throttle response, stability control, and in the automatic transmission, the shift points. Mustang is the first to offer this in the segment. Now we get many of Ford's industry-leading driver assist technologies as well, like blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, adaptive cruise control, rain sensing windshield wipers. All of the ones that you've seen us debut on the cars have now made it into the Mustang. So take your time tomorrow to really experience these features and understand how we've integrated it into the car. Finally, we didn't forget our enthusiasts. We know who loves our car, we know why they love our car, and we give them what they want. 2 features that they're going to enjoy. Launch control. We debuted this on the GT500, allowing the customer to set their launch RPM anywhere between 3,000 and 4,500, and then it manages the torque to achieve an optimized launch. And then a really cool OEM first. It's called Line Lock, standard on all GTs, both automatic and manual transmission. It locks the front brakes, leaving the rear brakes open and allowing you to, I guess, warm your tires up as you're getting ready to run down the drag strip. Now, I'm supposed to tell you this is for track use only, so I don't expect to see any of you guys doing this tomorrow, but it is cool if you do try it. All right. So we've got a lot of SMEs, subject matter experts, in the room today.
All right, first of all, let me have you say your name.
Brian Mazzella.
All right, Brian, and you're in charge of this, which is the badass 5-liter.
5-liter engine, 5-liter V8 engine.
435 horsepower, 400 pound-foot of torque. This thing will spin the tires, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So tell me about what makes this so special.
Basically, we were given the task by Dave Parasek to come up with a 430 horsepower engine from the current 420. And what that meant was we basically had to improve this cylinder head. We basically took a lot of cues from the Boss 302, which were machined CNC ported cylinder heads. So we tried to find a way to make our cast ports identical flow to the machined Boss 302 ports, and we did achieve that. Basically, we increased the intake valve sizes, the exhaust valve sizes. We increased the lift to 13 millimeter lift, and that by itself was a way to get to the 15 horsepower. So we overachieved Dave's target of 430, we got to 435. We also added to this program CMCV, charge motion control valve. Basically, you can see these ports. So these ports do close on command, certain part throttle conditions, and you can see this partial cutout is what causes the increased tumble and swirl of our engine. So it gives us more efficiency, better flow, gives us fuel economy, better emissions, and then these plates, the first time we've ever done this at Ford, these plates fold back into the wall of the intake manifold, so you can put your finger in there, there's no step in there, and when you're at wide open throttle, you have no restrictions and you're back to wide open no flow restrictions. So there's not a plate in the middle, a post in the middle. So that was our improvement on the cylinder, on the intake manifold. We added the oil cooler as standard, got to 155 miles per hour with the standard oil cooler. We changed our variable cam timing. We added more range of authority. We went from 50 degrees to 70. And we also add a mid-lock feature so that under startup conditions, cold start emissions are much better. So those are the main improvements of this engine for 2015.
So how does it sound? That's the question.
It sounds great. We didn't lose that great sound from the carryover vehicle. You still got that nice growl that everybody likes.
And how did you do on fuel economy? Were you able to...
Fuel economy, we had a 2% goal on this engine, and we did reach that with our... Basically, this charge motion control valve back on these plates was the achiever for that fuel economy. So we did achieve that on the engine.
More power, better fuel economy.
Better emissions, better combustion stability based on the plates. So you got better combustion, so better udder stability.
So what's your favorite part of the engine?
I love it all. I mean, you know, the last part of it was this new engine cover we did, so we spent a lot of time in queuing with the styling team. That was a pretty good challenge, making it look nice. So we didn't lose that nice look from the carryover engine.
Are those real or are those fake? Are these?
No, these are real. These are real runners.
You can see them, yeah.
Yeah, we do an in-color mold on top of this intake manifold, but these are real runners.
Yeah.
We wanted to show the real runners, not just a cover.
That's nice.
Yeah, so
That's really cool.
yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, because oftentimes you just put a cover on the engine and you can't see it.
Yeah, we wanted to stay more real and show the extra runners of the intake manifold.
And you know, in terms of kind of how the Mustang has changed over the years, right? You're getting 435 horsepower to 5 liters. I remember I have actually a Mark 5. That's a 7.4 liter, right? That barely gets 200 horsepower.
Yeah, we've come a long way over the years, right? And then the public just wants more and more and more every single time we come out with a new product. And Dave Parasak's challenged our team each and every time we come out with a new product to get more and more. And we've been able to do this with the technology I just talked about and the changes.
Can you supercharge this or turbocharge it?
Yeah, we've got the kits today, the same type of stuff. Yeah, we haven't changed any of that.
So the aftermarket guys are going to be
they'll be happy with the same treatments we got today.
Right.
Yep, we didn't change any of that from the bolt-on features from the
Have you driven
previous.
the Mustang?
I've driven it, yeah.
How's it drive?
It drives great. It's great handling. I mean, you heard Dave talk about all the new stuff. The interior is fantastic. The handling's good. It's got independent rear suspension. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when you drive it tomorrow.
All right, so one of the things obviously that's new is the new 4-cylinder EcoBoost.
Yes.
And you think it's going to be a hard selling people to go from, you know, a classic America, goddammit, right?
Yeah.
V8 to a 4-cylinder in a Mustang.
I think you'll find when you drive that 4-cylinder tomorrow, you're going to love it. It drives like a V6, drives like a V8 at times. I think you're going to find that, you know, the 4-cylinder is just a name, just a number, but when you drive it, I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it. Yeah, but it's got you know, DI, it's got the technology, it's got turbo. I think you're going to really enjoy both packages.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great engine in the Focus ST. It's got a lot of power, but that's a much lighter car. I mean, this is a much heavier car.
Right, but going back to your 7.4 liter, that was 200 and some horsepower. Right. This is over 300 horsepower on a 4-cylinder. Yeah. So I think you'll be happy with the performance, and hopefully we'll get your feedback tomorrow on that.
Thank you very much.
So I hope I didn't make you too dizzy. You did walk around a lot. But if you're a fan of the Mustang, that was certainly a lot of information. And now you know almost everything there is to know about the brand new 2015 Ford Mustang. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and of course, everyday reviews. Ciao.